On the beat.
Hello people and welcome to Btekt. This is a screen comparison between Sony Xperia's XZ3 and the Huawei Mate 20 Pro, because I know you want to see it. I've had a lot of requests to compare these two beautiful Quad HD Plus curved OLED displays. Sony are leveraging their Bravia technology and arguably have a better pedigree with screens than Huawei. So in theory, I'd expect the Sony to outperform the Huawei. The Sony is working with a 6-inch POLED display with 1440 by 2880 resolution, an 18:9 aspect ratio and a pixel density of 537 ppi. This is a HDR compliant tri-luminous display and uses Sony's X-Reality engine to help with upscaling and processing HDR content. The Huawei has a 6.4-inch AMOLED display with 1440 by 3120 resolution, the highest QHD Plus resolution that I've come across so far. This is in a 19.5 by 9 aspect ratio and has a pixel density of 338 ppi. We're talking high-end screens for both of these devices. And as you can see here, the outside view and legibility is pretty much the same on both of them. You'll have no trouble seeing the screen outside. They both have exceptionally bright and vivid panels. Let me quickly flip them over. Let's look at the back. Design-wise, they're both very good-looking devices. I do love the curves on the Sony, but the practicality of that hyper-optical pattern on the back of the Huawei, which just gives it a little bit more grip, means that I probably prefer that. That and the additional 2 cameras on the back maybe. It's subjective, and looks-wise, you can't go wrong with either. But this video is about the screens, so let's get them inside, and I'm going to play back some footage that I captured while I was in the park. Let's put them side by side and have a look. Both phones are shooting at the highest quality, so that's 4K 30 frames per second on the Huawei and 4K 24 frames per second with HDR on the Sony. The Sony's picture seems to be a little bit flatter, and I suppose that you could argue that that's in part to the HDR, which evens out the differences between the whites and the blacks. But it's also a much cooler image, as in there's more blue tint, richer and more natural colours coming from the Huawei, I think. It's a great looking picture from both, and nicely stabilised footage, even though they're both shooting at 4K. Autofocus reacts quickly and smoothly on both, perhaps just a little bit more so on the Huawei, the extra power from the new class of processor helping out there. I guess you could say that this isn't a straight up comparison of the screens, just more of a video comparison. So let's move on and stream some footage from YouTube. But before we do that, I want to say a big thank you to our sponsors, Barrett Mobile. They are mobile phone specialists with an amazing 23 years of award-winning customer service. Truly a great place to look if you're after a new phone, SIM-free or on contract. Check in the video description below for a link to their deals, or search directmobiles.co.uk. So I'll open the YouTube app, and both of these will be streaming a 4K video file. They'll both be connected to my Wi-Fi, and the colour settings are set to vivid, and screen resolution is set to the maximum. I've checked and they're both streaming at 1440p, and I think that they both look great. But this time I think we have richer colours with the Sony. I chose this track because it's quite a dark picture through most of it, so we can compare the blacks. I think the XZ3 wins out here, but I'm sure you guys are going to tell me different. Let me know in the comments below what you think. I'll play the music for a bit and leave the link in the description if you want to check it out.
You know me, I'm a trap star, I do map, I'm up right now. Like, how you gonna stop me now? I ain't got no regrets, I keep going. Man do road when it's snowing, rather just ride the wave and keep growing, chasing queens' heads. Started with a glow.
Is it the Sony that's got more contrast, or does the Mate just have a brighter picture? Watching this footage, the first thing that I noticed is how much more of a blue tint we have on the Sony. It's not really an issue, it's just something that I noticed. It's just a much cooler picture. And again, I think there's a bit more vibrancy to the colours on the Sony. Maybe a touch too much? I don't know. It's incredibly close. What would be more interesting perhaps is if we was to get people's reaction as to which one is best, but if they didn't know which one was which. Something like this. So which one do you prefer now? I'm not going to say which one is which. So let me know in the comments below which one you think is best, and if you want to find out. If I had to call it now, I think I prefer Screen B. Screen A just seems a little bit too vibrant sometimes with the colours, and it's losing some of the detail as a result. But that's just my opinion. I can't wait to hear what you lot think. So that's it from me. Hope you enjoyed my little screen comparison between two of the top flagships of the moment. If you did, it'd be great if you could leave me a like, hit that subscribe button, and double tap that notification bell so you never miss an episode of Btekt. I'm David Wildman, and this was Btekt.